Hi everyone. I'm just so excited that we're here live. We're here live together. I'm here live in my group, Radiate and Elevate Professional Women. We're at a group of about over 240 fabulous individuals. Something about my message resonated with each and every one of you that made you interested enough to take action, to learn more about wellness strategies and tips, learn more about me and the transformation that I experienced when I went through some really tough traumatic times, and how did I turn my life around. And that's sort of what I'm going to touch base on with you today. I am going to be live next week for 5 days in my Embrace the Present to Achieve Your Dream Life 5-day free challenge. And each of those days, I'm going to bring up a particular pain point, a particular struggle we all have as it pertains to holding on to our past emotions and negative emotions and regrets. And today I just kind of want to give a quick summary about what I'm going to cover next week, and let you know why you need to jump in. Okay, the presentations will be live in the group next week, Monday through Friday, and I will also have recordings. I will have some mental exercises, some other activities that I'm also going to put into our group. So you're not going to miss a thing if you don't make it live. But share with me right now if you are able to catch me live at this moment. Type in the word live, hashtag live, or if you're going to catch it later, you're just watching it later when it works for you, then type in hashtag replay. I'll also put in the comments the ability for you to jump into the Zoom link for next week. Okay? As I mentioned, you'll still catch it in this group. But what are the real benefits, okay, of learning how to let go? And you might be wondering, okay, so like, why is this my message to all of you? Who am I to even be compelled to share information about letting go, right? The real benefits of letting go, the real trials and tribulations of what life is like when we refuse or when we're incapable. So, like many of you, if you're a mature professional woman like myself, I'm 53 years old. I have 2 adult children. I've been married for 23 years, just happily, just going through life. I have my own set of goals and aspirations. My background is in human resources management, and then I also took on a second career in education. And so I became an education administrator. And when you're going through life like I did and I was, right, I'm committed. I'm committed to my profession. I became certified. I invested a lot of time, money, effort into becoming the best administrator I could be. And along the way, around me, if you're aware of education and the real struggles and the challenges we faced after COVID, it was chaotic. That's putting it lightly, at our schools. And so administrators were faced with a lot of new challenges, right? And so I still was trugging along, and I was certified. I had the training. I was committed. I loved my community. I loved my school. I was damn good at it, working with parents and students and sort of setting a proper track, and relevant journey for each and every student. But you might learn when you're in your career that one day you're going to have different supervisors. You're going to have people come in who have maybe a different agenda for what you are working as, okay? And so that's what happened. I had a group come in and flip things upside down in my area, my profession, and made some changes that I wasn't prepared for at all. Did not see it coming. And it changed my outlook on everything, from how I even perceive myself. My self-esteem was crushed. Okay, my professional identity was questioned. I was no longer sure if this was really the career and the place that I needed to be and where I could serve at my highest potential. And I didn't have a say in that. Okay? So that happened, and it was, like I said, it was crushing. And I had to kind of come back from having very low self esteem, having overcoming trauma, um, digging deep within me to rebuild my self confidence and my self assurance. And I had to do that because I had a family counting on me. And it wasn't easy, okay? But along the way, I turned to some wellness activities that I kind of used throughout my life, but I just didn't know how important they were until my whole identity was in question, right? My whole self worth. And so I started to meditate. I started to journal. I created positive affirmations and stated mental positive intentions every morning, even before I opened my eyes. I've shared some of these with my group. I've shared them in my lives because I'm all about, easy, practical, simple, maybe life hacks that you could do. And I want you to sort of have some of these things in your back pocket. But I was in a survival mode, right? I needed to dig myself out of the very dark place I was in, okay? When my professional identity was in question and my community, were unsure about where I was. And so I did that. I developed that routine for myself. And over time, I realized like other women, other people, not necessarily only women, but other people could benefit from this as well. The challenge that you might face in your life might not be something around your career. It might be just a change in life, right? Situations. You could be, it could be in your relationship where your marriage is going in a different direction, or your household. You could be an empty nester, and everything you were so used to, raising your children and being that influential person in their life that actually knew the whereabouts of your entire family, that changes because the kids grow up and they leave the house. So what do you want to be? What person do you want to be when life changes? And it will, ladies, okay? It will change in the blink of an eye. What do you want to be? Where do you want to see yourself in relation to that happening one day? Okay? Do you want to be so vulnerable and susceptible to these changes crushing you? Or do you want to have in some inner form of self inner strength within? Do you want to have the self confidence, not arrogance and not talking from the ego, but like a pure self confidence that you're at the right place at the right time doing exactly what you need to do, okay? So that's what I want to give you. I do this when I work one-on-one with clients. I work in group settings too, and we talk through what you're dealing with today, who you are today, and see if some of these activities that I can form for you in a routine that I used every day, and I'm gonna hold you accountable to be consistent with that routine, to give it a chance. You will immediately, I can't find the words really other than to guarantee that you will feel different. You will feel empowered, you will feel clearer head, you'll have more motivation, and you'll actually see a larger purpose of your life. Okay? That's what happens when we work within. Okay? But when we work within, we learn how much we are holding on to our past, negative emotions about what happened. That was my case, right? I was holding on to the past of this profession I was in and the people and how they perceived me, how I perceived myself in relation to that. And I was holding on to it and holding on to it, and I wasn't letting it go. And all of my decisions going forward were based on those past situations instead of basing it on a present sense of self that I have today after working on this inner work. So the present sense of self today gives me confidence. It gives me a lighthearted feeling. It's easier to be around in my community, around people, even around people who many times in the past had disturbed me. They triggered, they have a certain personality that didn't jive with mine. But all of that is lifted because I have that inner strength. And because I do these exercises consistently. Meditation, journaling, positive affirmations. I do walks in nature. I do dry brushing. I'm going to talk to you all about that too. That's lymphatic circulation and so forth. But there's a host of things that I kind of have in my toolbox, and I put that together for you. But more importantly, when I was discovering myself that way, like I hope you can have that same realization over time, a consistent application of these activities. Towards the end of last year, I suddenly lost a very close loved one. And it was it was another shock, right? This person, this wonderful, beautiful person, just fell asleep and didn't wake up, and they went to heaven, right? But that left all of us here in complete shock and missing and grieving, all right? But I firmly believe if I wasn't in this routine of making myself stronger with internal strength and activities and exercises, I'm afraid I would not be the person that I could be to help everyone with their grief losing our precious loved one. Okay? I don't think I would walk for another week, right? Just completely crippled in grief. But I had the inner strength. I had the belief system that I worked on and I nurtured. Okay? So I'm bringing this forward to you so you really understand my story. You see that I am compelled, okay? I am driven to share this with other women, even men, if they're interested and need the help. You realize that either you're feeling from time to time unmotivated or you're dealing with a life challenge that leaves you feeling empty, okay? If you're questioning your purpose, right? If you're just feeling like you're in a rut, these are all manifestations of hanging on to the past, okay? Past conversations that you've had with people, past conditions that you're comfortable with today. It can stem to a number of things we do in our lives, okay? So I'm having my 5-day Embrace the Present Challenge starting next Monday, May 29th. Go ahead and, oh, hi Denise, thanks so much for being here. Go ahead and stay in the group here as you are, okay? Be aware of it. Everyone's got an invitation to the event. Mark your calendars. If you can attend live, that'd be awesome. But if you need to catch the replay, I'll be having it in our group here because I'm here to serve our group, okay? I'm here to give you the assurance, right? To provide the light that you might need. You can still be successful. I've accomplished a lot, right? In personal life and career, but I still crumbled, right? When something happened in my life, I was not strong enough, okay? But my hope is that by us working together, you learn kind of walking through this challenge with me, challenge yourself to make some changes in your life for the better, okay? Mental, emotional, physical changes that we will talk about as it pertains to hanging on to past negative emotions. So what are the real benefits and the serendipitous gifts that occur when we learn to let go? Well, I'm walking testimony to that. I'm a walking example, okay? Meaning what used to bother me in the past, what triggered me in the past, people that I saw, they no longer trigger me, okay? And I can't, if you could even just acquire that, as a superpower, as a form of, an additional skill, a magic cape that you wear, something that you imagine yourself being able to just walk through a group of people that used to bother you because you had all these past experiences with them. They no longer bother you, okay? You see yourself you feel so empowered, and it also has a lot to do with gratitude. You feel so blessed to even be present at the moment, that you see another person just as another person, not their shortcomings, not the things they've said in the past, um, not the things that they would probably say to you at the moment because they haven't changed, but you have. All right? And that's the gift that you can get. And it just keeps on giving, guys, because it's not only that. Then it moves on to you seeing your day and seeing your world differently, right? In a more positive light. Finding parking spaces at the grocery store easily. Getting into the line that flows easily for you to get your day done. Okay? It doesn't mean that you just lay down and like everything is roses. You still interact with your life, but your lenses are different. Okay? When your lenses change because you have empowered yourself, you have grown within with these meditation exercises, positive affirmations, journaling, these exercises you do daily, you you just see the world in a whole new light, and it's easier. And I want that for everyone. I want that. If I could just give you that magic, little dust and put it on you today, I just do that. But it's not like that, right? Everyone's journey is a little different, and the work that you have to do is your own. But I can be there with you all the way. Okay? So join me next Monday for sure. Stay in the group here. Go ahead and take in all the value and all the posts and messages that I can share. See what other people are also commenting on themselves, right? Jump into the challenge next week. I'll put the link here real quick. I'm going to find it now. But I don't think there's anything that you have to worry about. I think it is just a matter of, here it is. It's just a matter of taking a step for yourself. Okay? One step at a time, one little task at a time, just what's in front of you. My hope ultimately and my objective is for you to be at the place where I am at this very moment, where the present is my priority. Okay? And I've overcome regret. I overcome worry. I overcome self-doubt. And I thrive. And that's what I want for you too. So go ahead and let me know if you are going to join. Let us all know in the group here. Jump into that link there. Sign up. It's easy. And then I appear on Monday, the 29th at 5 p.m. PST at this time. And we dive in and we get you to let go of the past negative emotions and worries and regret and free up that space for you. Have a magical day and the rest of your week.